Hello everyone. Welcome back to SkillTree. In today's project, we are going to build our very first Roblox game called Hopping Stones. In this project, you will learn how to create platforms of different sizes, how to resize your base plate, how to fit a spawn location, and how to make colorful blocks float in the air. By the end of this video, you will have a project which looks something like this. And you will be able to hop from one stone to another. Let's try and play it. First of all, you will open Roblox Studio and open an empty base plate. I'm going to introduce each part of what is shown on the screen. Let's close everything up first of all and let's initiate. You can see that there are different type of modules on the top of the screen which includes home, avatar, UI, script, model and plugins. We will keep learning about each type of tab in upcoming classes one by one. So let's initiate from the home tab. In the home tab, we have very important components in the left and the right and in the middle as well. So let's initiate with the right components. The right component shows an explorer. In Explorer, you can see all the details, all the things which are being added into your project. For example, this query thing at the back is known as the base plate. So when I click on it, I'll be able to see all the elements of the base plate. And this place where you can see a star on, that is known as spawn location. Spawn location is something like when you run your activity or play your game or start your game, this is where the player will be initiating from. So if I try to run my activity right now, it's an empty project. Now I will click on play and the project starts. You can see that this is the spawn location where the character initiates the game from. Now let's stop it and I'm going to show you the showcase keys. As in, I've selected spawn location right now. I'll select base plate and it's huge at the moment for a huge game. So in order to zoom out, what you can do is you can use the scroll button on your mouse if you have a mouse with you. And the right key will let you look here and there as in left and right. I'm using the scroll out button to zoom out and now you can see the size of the base plate. It's huge. We are going to change the size. I'm zooming in right now using the scroll button. I'm pressing the left right button and looking at the left and the right. Now left button is used to select the items. For example, I've selected base plate, I've selected spawn location at the moment which is highlighted blue. You can see the size of the base plate is huge, so let's fix the size. In order to do that, I'm going to initiate explaining the properties tab. Now you can see that I'm showcasing the entire base plate and this is how we visit the entire module, entire game. Okay. So now, after viewing the entire area, let's just start fixing the size of the base plate. When I click on the base plate that is in the Explorer, I'll click on the properties right beside Explorer. I can stretch this tab up whenever this arrow appears, as in what I'm going to do right now. Arrow appears, stretch it up. Great. Now click on the base plate again from the Explorer and you will see that there are different properties of it. First is the brick color. Like we can change it to any color that we want. We can change it to any module that we want. Now, the material is plastic at the moment and we can change the material as per our choice. Right now, I'm going to make the material to marble. I'll write M and there you go with marble. Now, after selecting it as a marble, the next thing I'm willing to do is to change the size. So all I need to do is I will be scrolling down and looking for the factor size. In the size, you see three values. The first value is for the height, the second value is for the width, for the depth, and the third value is for the width. So now let's try changing the height. I will be making it 100 and then the width will be 100 as well. And now when I click on it, you can see how small it became. But let's have a look from the sides and let's see what is the thickness, as the number 16 was used to represent the depth of it. So it's representing how thick it is. I don't want it to be this thick, so I will change 16 to 2. And now you can see how thin it became. And one more factor we can see is that the spawn location is right now in the air, which doesn't look good at all. So what I'm going to do is on the left side in the top tab, I will see 5 options. That is select, move, scale and rotate. All of these options is what helps us build a specific game or a specific part. So right now I will click on select and I'll select the spawn location. We can select it right away clicking from the explorer, or we can select it by clicking on the object itself. Now when I click on move, you will see 3 arrows of 3 different colors. There is that defines the axis X, Y, and Z. Green is for up and down, red is for front and back, blue is for left and right. Now let's do it for the spawn location, and I will move the spawn location down, which means using the green arrow, I'll place it on the base plate. Just like that. Okay, now moving forward, as we saw in the demo that we need some square shapes to create. Those square shapes are created using the feature called part. Okay, so now what we are going to do is in the middle you will be able to see that there is a thing called part. Let's fix the spawn location first to where I want it to be. Okay, good. Now let's talk about the part thing. You will see in the middle right under avatar there is something known as a part. This part adds different type of shapes that we want in our game. If I click on the arrow, you can see all the different shapes that can be used in Roblox. Right now we want a square shape, so I'll just go ahead with the square. When I click on the square, you can see a square appeared in the screen as well as in the explorer named as part. Now I'll be using the arrows and position it as per where I want it to be. So I'll click on move and I will move it towards the right and towards my screen, putting it down right on the ground. Now I wanted to make it a square, like a square plate. So in that case, I want the size to be big. So I'll just scale it. Now scaling also has 3 colors, red, blue and green. So the blue one is used to be left and right, red for back and forth and green for the thickness. Now I don't want it to be that thick. I want it to be a plate. So I will just make it a square plate, making it thin. So this is how we create different type of shapes in Roblox. Each shape, as I've explained earlier, has properties. So we will go to properties and change the color of it as well as the material. So I'll be making the material to stone. Let's search for stone. There you go with sandstone. So I'm going to make it sandstone. Now we are done with the first part of the activity. Now we can see clearly that the part is created, it's pink in color and it's sandstone material. Now let's move it towards where it should be, as it was in the air when I showed you the initial part of the activity. It was in the air, so let's place it in the air. Once we have placed it in the air, what I'm going to do is a very crucial step is to rename your parts. That will make it easier for you to understand each and everything when you are working with the parts. Let's say if you have 10 parts, it will help you understand which part you are on. So I am going to rename it to stone 1. Right click and rename. Now let's run the activity and see what it looks like. Now, I'll take my character, move towards the path. Uh-oh, I cannot see the path. What happened? Now, this is something very important. Whenever we place something into the air in Roblox and when we play the activity, it falls down. So we need to anchor it. You can see the anchor module. Anchor means fixing it one place. When you run the activity, the products will not fall down. The parts will not fall down, no matter what part it is. So I am just simply going to click on anchor and I will anchor this specific part. Now if I run and check, so it's quite clear that the part stays right in front of my face. It's right there, it's hanging in the air, which means it is anchored. So now we are done with one part, and hopping stone means hopping from one stone to another. So let's just quickly create the remaining stones. In order to do that, what we will do is we can use the keyboard keys. Keyboard keys like Control C and Control V, you can see how to press them. I'm going to add them to the screen as well for your ease. So Control C is for copy and Control V is for pasting. So I've pressed Control C and Control V. Now in the Explorer, you can see I'm placing them using the arrows. Okay, in the Explorer, you can see that both the stones are stone 1 at the moment. Now, which can cause a confusion, stone 1 and stone 1. But I know which is stone 1 and which is stone 2. So I will just simply rename one of them to stone 2. So it's easy for me to understand. Rename and stone 2. Great. Now we click on the color and I'll be changing the color to make a multicolor something as in an Obby rainbow theme. Similarly, I'll just copy it again. Control C, Control V, good. And now we are going to make the third part. This time I'll stretch it a little. I'll make it a bit bigger. Just like that. Bit more bigger. And I'll give it a color. Let's fix it first and then let's talk about the color. Rename it to stone 3. Important parts remember then always. Yes. Click on the color and make it blue. That looks perfect. Now I've added 3 different stones, stone 1, stone 2 and stone 3. Okay. Now if I want to select multiple parts at a time, so this is how I'm going to highlight it. Control C, Control V. I'll click on them both and I will move it. If you cannot move both of them together, it's okay. You can move them one by one and place it. Now that is what it looks like, right? So again, it's important to rename. I'm just showing you it from all the angles. Now let's rename the parts again. And this one I'm duplicating to make the final part. I'll make it a little bit thick using the scale function, just like that, because this is the final part of the game. This is where the player stops. So I'll just, that looks good. Good. Okay, I'll give it a color red. There we go. Now I will rename all the parts that are required. 4, rename and step stone 5. And as the red one is going to be the final stone, so I'll just simply rename it to the final stone. Great. Now this is what our project looks like so far, right? Let's add more. Let's add more duplicated parts. I'm just going to keep going, adding more duplicating parts and change the color. I'll make it green. Now add it on the other side as well. Right now, if you focus, I'm not renaming them. I'll rename them once and all together once it's done. Still looks empty, so I will most probably be adding more blocks. Let's have a look at it first of all from all the angles. If you cannot rotate it using the mouse, you can click on these back, forth, left, right, and then it will help you look at it from all the angles. You can see all the blocks are on the same level and are simultaneously except for the screen one. Fixed it and great. Now let's have a look at it from the top. Also, one more thing I would like to mention, in order to move forward, we can use W. For backward, we can use S. Moving right is D and moving left is A. Right now, I am pressing W. Now I'll explain W, S, A, and D. Great. Now it still looks empty kind of, so I'll be adding more blocks to it. Yes, simple. Control C and Control V. I'm just adding random blocks to make the theme look a bit good. Just like that. One more block. Oh, deleted it mistakenly. Yes, there we go. One last bit. Great. Now, once we are done with all of them, let's start renaming them. So I'll click on each part and look at it. Now rename this part. Stone 7. Then we have stone 8. And the last one is stone 9. So in total we have 10 stones, which are stone 1 to 9, and then we have the final stone. Great. Now this is what our project looks like so far. Now what we are going to do is, let's make sure, yeah, it's aligned, looks good. Perfect. Now let's run and check it. Let's play. If the character can hop from one position to another. And there we go. Now I'm pressing W. Yes, that's W. That's W. Moving forward is W. Moving backward is S. Now I'll rotating it. I am using the keys only. Arrow keys you can use or the alphabet. So this is what our final project looks like. And now I'm going to show you how to save it. So we go to file and click on save as Roblox. I'll click on create new experience. Yes, and I will, sorry, yes. I will name it to my hopping stones. I don't know what's the issue here, but let's fix it. Yes, and I will add a description about this project. Just one line description would be enough. There we go. That's the description I would like to add and then click on save. When I click on save, you need to wait for a few seconds because it will take a while and then you click on close. When you click on close, it will do not cancel, do not cross it out, just wait. Okay. Once you wait, the project will open up again for you like it's saved. Now, if you look carefully on the right side under the select, you will see the name of the project as My Hopping Stone. Now, let's publish it. So, I'll go to file again and publish it on Roblox. I'll choose the project and I'll click on overwrite. Once I've published it, it will say successfully published. So, we can view it on the Creator Hub. Either I can click on it, views on Creator Hub. Yes, I've just decreased the window. So you can just click on the blue button and this is something that will open up for you. So you can just go to simple. You will go to create Roblox, go to creations and you will see your projects here. So there we go with the projects, my hopping stone. So this is how you publish your project on Roblox. This is all for today's video. I hope you liked the video. Yes, that is the entire look of the project that we did. Now we are done for today's video. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. If you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment section as well as you can connect with me directly as for the given details. That is all for the video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.